Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing on first down. Trout to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on third down. Trout. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the gun on third down. Trout. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Trout. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Miller, the man in motion. Throwing to start the drive. Trout. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, it's Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Off play action. Trout. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back and interception returned for the Colts TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great man. He's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. DeForest Buckner able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Now Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Joe Tryon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Second down and goal. Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake. Trout eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Trout. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Trout. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Trout. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Scotty Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime are saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake. Trout. It's brought in by Harris. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Trout. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Off the play fake. Trout. Forced out to his left. hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And room there to work it inside the 25. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson will keep it. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's at the 40, 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they were moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Guaranteed they've been talking a lot about, can we find something that'll go our way? And that tip ball, that definitely just did.
Well, and with this margin manageable, yeah, that gives them a little juice maybe on the tip.
Yeah, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. That could help them get right back in it.
Jackson on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Back to Taylor on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be just an 18-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 81 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. They run once more with Taylor. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.